All right, let's get into this. All right. Rightio. So I think we're in Act 3. We got to keep pushing, and yeah, Start of Act 3. Audio is coming through well. All right.
What do you want?
It's all useless. We can't use any of it, so.
Be careful.
I'm actually pretty keen for the soccer changes now because this build's going to be significantly easier.
Let's stay out of the shadows.
Right. So I think we'll end up using lightning tendrils on early leveling moving forwards for this, but I think the rolling magma would be fine. So we need lesser multiple projectiles actually, so I don't think so. Not on channeling skills. Even with the increase, you can sustain channeling without any major significant changes. Tendies is actually quite strong. You can't get multiple projectiles early.
Take care.
That's not ideal.
I am not.
We'll just have to use that for the time being. Or can we get that won't apply to it?
Be well.
Might be able to get a when we level up, when we get into the new league, this will be a lot easier to early kit totems up because we won't have to worry about socket colors and off coloring. We might as well run that. That'll increase its damage at least. Because we don't have a blue socket. Well, actually, we can just off-color shit because that's not a problem anymore. Perfect.
Yeah? Hello. Be well.
Combustion doesn't work.
Hello.
Well, it would have to work, though.
While we live, we are blessed.
We'll have to test it. Yeah, it does. You don't think about it when you do it, but it does actually work. Alright, cool. So that actually does work. I haven't played thing out. I did do a variation that scaled Ignite a little while ago, and it's actually quite strong with Ignite. Yep. So the initial leveling would be an Ignite configuration.
Must have time to gather will.
I need a Quicksilver Flask so badly. Considering how much stronger Ignite is moving forwards as well with all the new changes in the patch notes, this should be quite okay. I'd say once we get multiple totems, we'll be laughing. Well, once we get our Ascendancy, then we switch to Ancestral Bond. I like it. See, I reckon we could run that now, to be honest with you. Oh, that cooldown is not great. So we would run Rejuve Totem instead. That way it doesn't have a cooldown. Oh. Now imagine that with 10% quality, because quality gives Rejuve Totems increased totem HP, and that's a buff. The hell is the third bust? Oh, already got them all. Ugh, no, Quicksilver sucks.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Hmm. Okay, we're moving slow for now. Yep, that's it. It's not bad damage at all, it's just got bad clear. But we can fix that. There, we don't need to go in the catacombs. Not in this run. Hit the damn totems, you clownheads. What the hell? Hit the totem. The only issue with this is they don't hit the totem. Ah! It's not the worst. It's tanky. That's the big advantage of this. So we've got good EHP early on. So, but if we can get Ignite Prolif early, then we're laughing. Which we can once we get a falling. Oh, we actually got to go down there. Thanks for the raid, dude. How's everyone going? We're just leveling up something a bit less meta on League Start, but we can get it working because it's quite strong. Yeah, exactly. This build will be much easier on that basis alone. Yeah, man. It's a good time to practice. Got heaps of time to iron out anything. I really like Flamewood. I think it's a very strong setup. And we gain advantages from the socket quality. Just relies on totems getting hit, which isn't too hard, so. But I really wanted to play this last league, and yeah. I've had my fill of CWS, so now we're on to Flamewood Avenging Flame Totems. And we're mapping out the POB as we go as well. Oh, cheers, man. Yeah, I got more vids planned too, actually. It's a stream of steady vids for the next week. We use combustion early on to get more damage.
I was born to this land, delivered to this task. I will prevail.
But this is actually a very strong delving build early on. You get a lot more like straight up damage with totems with Hyro, even after post nerf. The quality on the sockets will buff this up. It's just far stronger, and we get more buffs to totems as a general rule. So once we ascend, we'll be laughing. Yeah. And as you can see, it's incredibly tanky, which is the other big advantage. We don't need savers them. Like, we're just running this with scuff gear and everything, so make this as League Start friendly as possible, but it is going to be slower build to start, but it'll be strong. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty good. There's some very deep delvers running this build last league, so that's where I got my idea from. And there's a wand you can get early on, which is perfect for this, Mystic Refractor or something like that. think that's what's called something similar to that. But Stormburst got buffed, so that arguably is even stronger. We're gonna have to do Sochet. We can't do it yet. Not far enough. But at least I'm not like, oh no, I'm gonna die and whatever. It's, yeah.
Something eternal remains in this empire. The question is, how?
No blockchains. That's pretty good. Hey, Arcanon. Same to you too, man. I was going to stream last night, but I was just gassed out after League launch, or League reveals, so... And I got a shitload of videos out yesterday, so I produced. Stop following me! I like how chill this is right now, it's pretty good. Yeah, you just rip through bosses, got good bossing damage, scales up really well. Oh yeah? Thanks for the sub, dude. Nice pace from PoE 2, which is like constantly having to like stay alert. I like how this game is just like you can chill. I don't remember that boss. Yeah, but a Delve style totem build. Oh yeah? Oh, that's good. More people in the delves. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Oh no, this build can probably handle that. it doesn't taunt them. The hell? That's ridiculous. That should taunt them.
You, what is the cockroaches? I like a dash. You may go. What? What?
Yeah, that's true, yep. Next area we go to, we can get multiple projectiles, so we need a 4-link. It's crazy we haven't had a stupid ES. It's going okay, man. It's just a chill build. It's a slower runtime, but
Your god's greatest disappointment, heretic.
stop hitting me. Hit the freaking totems. This is the only problem with this build, is this. Bosses like this. But they do decent damage to him, so there's also that.
I fought for God. Who do you fight for, exile?
You chose the road, old friend. God put me at the end of it.
No, we probably want to gear up and go to Soche so we can get multiple projectiles. Which will decrease my damage, but it'll do multiple projectiles, so that's a big advantage. Oh shit. Ah, my movement speed! I'm gonna change my spec up at the start and get Quicksilver Flask. Are you for real? It's supposed to be... Oh, it's down further there. Very average on my part. I also... Oh, I have a movement skill. I'm just not using it.
I must have time to gather my will.
Perfect.
I am no beast of London.
Hey Tank, how's it going, dude? We're just doing some restart testing. So we're gonna go for the totem nodes. I think it would be wiser to go for decoy totems before we sort of get to this point. So we're going to hit the library. Yeah, I think it'll be good. Yeah, we're gonna have to use decoy totems. Until we get more totems, we need decoy to just constantly trigger. Yeah, that's far better. Well, we can assume that we've done library because we can. Oh, we can sort of go by whatever we want. So let's assume that we did library.
Hail, Godslayer!
And because we got off color. Perfect. Alright, so then we'll run Flamewood, that, and that. Alright. Boom. Improved. Yeah, you could. I liked struggling a little bit at the start, but I'm not doing anything that you wouldn't have access to. This works a lot better though. This should work fine. Pretty decent. Multiple projectiles totally improves this, so but staves is the path. Initially. There he is. Hey, Ballin, how's it going, dude? Spell totems, not these totems. We actually sort of got a buff. Because of the percentage on socket nodes, they give by rejuve totems increased HP. And that multiplicatively scales our damage, so technically it's far stronger. Well, technically. So these aren't spell totems. These are Flamewood totems. And our defense is going to be disgusting either way, so it's more so made for delving. Yeah, I thought I'd map out. So I'm mapping out going through the teething issues. So pretty much like you want to stay rolling magma and you can go Flamewood until you get Totem, 4-link, and then 4-link is just the simplest setup. And it does good damage. Defensive, does good damage. You just run it on decoy totems for the time being. And we're just going to build up a big HP pool and yeah, we'll laugh. This feels pretty good now.
Must have time to gather the will.
Thanks for the follow, dude. Wish they dropped the cooldown on decoy totem. Would it be great?
Your conviction drives you, heretic. But have you thought what it might drive others to do in return?
Oh, look at that busting damage. Damn. Get wrecked, party. Yeah, alright, that's pretty league startable. I like that. That's fucking awesome. Alright, so notes.
Rest while you can, mistress of suffering.
Act
Judgment will
3.
not go easy on you.
Switch to ancestral bond while using a 4-link config. Stay with decoy totems. Decopoy totems. Alright, I like it. This is feeling good. We can go and ascend as well. This should ascend with no real issues whatsoever.
Parties.
Alright.
You're right. Stay out of the shadows.
Let's go get rid of all the shit we don't need.
Claim.
Gravicious reward. What else do we want? We don't really need anything else here. We can take that, but it's not going to do anything for us. You don't really want to run brands and totems
Watch
at the same
yourself.
time.
The gem you piety dies. Unfortunate. Goodbye.
So then we're going to go for that. We're just going to ascend early.
You stand before the gates of the Lord's labyrinth. Within these walls, the Lady of Justice doth preside. Ascend with precision.
And we can ascend because we're level 33. We're okay levels of everything right now, so...
Must have time to gather.
I actually miss doing lab. I never thought I'd say those words. After 13 years, I miss lab. I know, it's gonna be good.
The weary traveler draws close to the Emperor is only as efficient as those he commands. Rise to the occasion.
It's pretty bloody respectable damage. I don't think I will. I think it'll make building, like, it'll make off-meta builds a lot easier to approach, because off-color crafting is a pain in the ass.
Rise to the occasion. Inexhaustible.
This is pretty good.
They say that 2 out of 3 isn't bad. They couldn't.
That damage is pretty decent. That is true. That is true, but I don't know. I think it's you gotta adjust with the change. Yeah. So to check totem life values, you just hover over it. So right now, rejuve and decoy are about the same. The only caveat is the recharge time or the cooldown time on the decoy. So it's getting pretty good numbers right now. It's when you start to get higher level and quality, that's when decoy drops off. But for leveling in the campaign, decoy is what we want. And then Searing Bond's going to be cast when damage taken.
Death
I think, I don't know. Yeah. The game has to change. That's the thing. It can't stay the same as it's always been. It's got to adjust and ebb and flow with time. So I think it's good because one of the biggest painful things is it'll drop the price of getting good gear. Or the gear that you get will be more powerful because the quality attribute of it. But it's going to make getting early 6 links a piece of cake. I'm keen. Yeah, exactly. So like you're going to be able to get corrupted 6 links that are actually going to get you into the end game sooner. It gets rid of a lot of the challenge around just trying to get a 6 link early on. And like this is like the tedious shit that you would normally have to just do because, you know, it's par on the course. So you don't have to do that. Early on, it's easier to run off-meta spec builds instead of being limited because you can't get, or you run out of currency to be able to get the right links. So you're not going to be grinding to try and get that earlier on. So, like, for a new player, it's definitely a lot. Yeah, exactly, because you want the 10% quality stat. Because, like, a lot of skills, the quality is going to be the biggest thing. Scaling with, like, ashes, you watch, there'll be quality stackers are going to be a thing. Because of the sheer amount of quality that you're going to get from that. There'll be some builds that will just be totally insane moving forwards as a result, which is a good thing. I think it's I think it's a net benefit to the overall game. Because like one of the biggest annoyances with trying to like write league starter guides is socket coloring. Especially if you're running like off meta, like, you know, armor-based caster builds and shit like that. So a lot of that's going to be a lot more obtainable. Evasion-based slam builds, like all that stuff where off-coloring would be a nightmare to try and achieve. It's going to be doable. So yeah, I like it. I think it's good. And if you, even if you have like really good corrupted gear, again, doable. Yeah, well, chromes are going to be a lot rarer, aren't they? So, I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it'd be a benefit. So,
an aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises. You must navigate your empire through troubled waters.
I'm pretty keen. So this is a lot easier early on to level up because you're really just gonna focus on running decoy on the boss. I actually sort of like this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot easier. Well, not to mention the Legion crafting system as well. I think those changes too will bring in a bigger, like, you know, they're focusing on how they improve the player base, not just servicing the existing player base. So it'll bring a lot more people into the game. And to be honest with you, that we sort of need that. So otherwise PoE dies and yeah, it's not really the best outcome.
Before the goddess of justice, you are worthy. Receive our blessings. Embrace our gifts.
Yeah, so quality, decoy totem life is a big thing.
This is the ending that we all deserve. Drink deeply from
But that goes to 3% instead of 5%. People are like, oh, it's a huge nerf. It's not a huge nerf. It was OP before.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Oh, yeah.
I must have time to gather my will.
We should be able to absolutely destroy everything now. This is quite a good build for League Start.
Placed for the glory of God.
I'm really happy with this.
Beautiful.
Yep. There you go. I'll be mapping all the POBs for this, so yeah. We'll get this into like at least like T10 mapping with scuffed gear. Just like shit we find. But I hadn't really worked at like mapping out this, and this is very strong early on with this setup, so. And now we just focus on like defenses. So Act 3 is the roughest, the first half of Act 3 is the roughest act, according to this. We do need more movement though. It's a good question. No. This is a really slept on build. People don't play it so much because it's, you know, it's for people using it in Delve, but they don't consider Flamewood totems to be as good as like Kinetic Fusillade, but I'd say these are far better. You can get into the billions of DPS with this setup. And Delvers use it because you just hit it on a node, keep the totem uptime, and you can just auto bomb everything, so. As you can see, and there'd be ways to get the cooldown down as well, so if you wanted to stay on decoy totems and not dingo totems, but the standard, like the mastery, allows a 1 second taunt time, which is why you run rejuve totems. Doesn't work?
Exile has tested you, my brother. Now let's see what God has to say.
Yep.
I am no beast of burden.
Hey, defeated. Thanks for the follow, dude.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, exile?
Yeah, I gotta fix that up.
Die in awe, the touch of God.
Look at his bossing damage. Holy shit. I have no... I have absolutely fuck all gear in this. It's just crazy good from the very onset.
This world is an illusion.
That's where I think you gotta have a decoy totem switch out and you're laughing. Yeah. Yep. I know what you mean. That's about the only one though. It's not perfect, but it's good. I like it. You just gotta turn off Ancestral Bond
By exiling me,
just for that fight.
you were my
So you gotta regret the point out.
Ta-ta. Not a cockroach.
Alright, so what do we not need in this setup? So we're not gonna use Rejuve Totems, Searing Bond we're not gonna use. Vitality we're using, Frostblink, really like that's what we're running. Alright.
I must have time to gather my will. I am no beast of burden.
Big advantage is how tanky it is early on. Thanks for the sub, man. Thanks for the sub, dude. Alright. We're just gonna blast through now.
I am sorry, God. We must learn not to abuse your creations.
This is really, really easy to play.
Go with God.
We dominate. I'm watching you.
Good luck.
Ooh, look at that.
Earth here trembles with the fear of judgment. I must have time to gather.
It's not as good as that. We're just cruising through. Technically running this with staves is perfectly reasonable this league, but there's just better setups we can run.
Corruption eats away at the roots of this mountain. No soul should suffer as you have, precious.
Easy. Yeah, I'd believe it. Things change league on league, so it is what it is.
This land is teetering on the brink of cataclysm.
But I think Talisman's a buff. Unless they remove the nodes entirely from Delve. But we'll see. Hey, Sealoss. Man, we're just running a Flame Totem Hierophant for our Delve League start. Just doing a bit of a test run, and so far so good. Need an arrow, the skill point.
I am Tasun. Your whole I felt. Of course.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Oh. That's definitely not what we want. So once we take that point there, then we're going to start going down to like there so we can get blocked.
The Sword King. It was here in the pits of Theopolis that I made my name, killing rabid dogs and wild boars before I could even be considered a man. In this, so glorious of arenas, I care nothing for your past.
Yeah, they never said they were removing the node out of Delve.
And for that, you will have to fight.
Thanks for the sub, Wadu.
I must have time to gather my
Pretty much anything with strength stack is going to be strong in delve, but it's just very tedious to try and get it to a sort of good working state.
People of the gutters, steel your bellies, for the slaughter is at hand.
It's insane how quickly I'm ripping through the game. Its first 3 acts until you get to halfway through Act 3 are a bit weak, but once you get past that, you're laughing. It's a damn good league starter.
It is our inspiration that die a death worthy of applause, gladiator.
Yeah, that's pretty strong. That got really strong last league. Back.
A battle worthy of song. The way you fight reminds me of how it feels to be possessed.
Chair's gone a bit bad again.
Is your passion enough to claim a crown? We shall see.
Too many hours spent playing PoE.
Swords is nothing if he cannot defend his crown. I've missed this.
Thanks for the community subs, man. Appreciate it, dude. Were you supposed to send that many?
You murder love.
I will beast of them give our fallen heroes more glory than they ever earned in life.
39?
Their shred has a...
Oh, shit. Go to your PayPal and refund it out, man. Just looking up how you undo it. Arcanon, see how you go with trying to refund that if that was accidental, and if you can't, just let me know and flick me a message on Discord and I'll sort you out.
Bye-bye.
The air here burns with wrath. I must have time to gather my will.
Thanks for the gifted, Tar. Appreciate it, dude. Oh shit. Yeah, man, New League looks really good. Should be awesome. Yeah, just be careful with the thingo. I'll no worries, man. Yeah, Shimmeron might make a pretty strong comeback this league. It's always like that every league, man. It's always hard to pick a build. It was a good reveal. Yeah, I think the socket change is a really good change. No worries. I'll have a tips video out in the next few days. Yeah, the socket changes are going to make like general accessibility, even in-game accessibility, much easier moving forwards. Yeah, go crazy, man. Ask questions away. That's what I'm here for. The white sockets will just be standard sockets. I don't think white sockets on anything will mean anything anymore. It depends. We'll just have to see what happens. Yeah, there's a way to do this run. This is probably the easiest way. Pretty much at max res already.
Your way led to damnation, Calm. Find another.
Oh, we're out of wisdom scores. What do we got? Ooh, 20% mobility. Yep. Nice.
Num num.
This is not creation. This is perversion. I must have time to gather.
Delve, it is possible. If you go low enough, you can basically, or deep enough, you can basically just extract divs out of Delve without much effort. So it's a pretty good, like, mirror tier farming strategy. But it does require you to push down deep. So those deep delves you see, that make insane currency down there. Misses. You would need to go deeper than 250 to 350 to go mirror tier, but you could potentially do it if the market prices sort of come up and you can farm fast enough. No, man, not at all. Yeah, it's a pretty good strat. It's a pretty easy way to get good currency. And it's consistent.
Heretic, my god takes good care of me.
Oh, really? Man, what are you
They
doing?
have misjudged that god of yours. It was
Mrs. is messaging me.
Piety, my god.
Just two.
I am sure you will reveal your purpose.
My
in
missus
time.
is a barista. She hates iced coffee. And I asked her, because I'm just sort of taking a tab. I'm like, hey, if you're at the shops, you pick up two for me? And she's like, she's begrudgingly there. And she's like, is it this one? I'm like, yes, significant other. And she's just giving me some shit back. I think it'll be okay. I never really conform too much to FOMO these days. Everyone gets FOMO when pathofexile a bit too much, unfortunately. I think you'd be okay. I play Delve because it's good currency, but it's also fun.
Exquisite. Art in motion.
Your God-given talents were wasted, Malagaro. You must have time to gather.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the big things. Fractured fossils are now going to actually fracture items, so there may be some good profit crafting in that.
Embrace death, Deirdre, for your flesh was your
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, because tons of people will play MSOs like usual. MSOs is like just one of those go-to builds these days.
You will make such lovely material. Oh, slice away the
Hit the totem, Chavron.
You were imprisoned by your own vanity, Chevron.
Yep.
so tell me.
Molten Striker Zenith.
You in this moment, Templar. You and I will create the most beautiful of nightmares together. Rather the hallmark of God, isn't it? Let me show you what a real God can do.
Now, exile! Now, exile!
Embrace the future. Die and be reborn.
Yeah, man. Gotta learn the acronyms.
See if you truly understand what it means
The biggest issue will be, yeah, things that don't damage you. There we go. Gotta be more strategic about how we play it. Okay, man. Look, send me a message, man. If sorted, it's all good. It's all good. Dude, I just don't want to see you be shortchanged. So, I'm more than happy to send you if you send me the amount and the currency, I'll send it back through to you on PayPal, dude. Just flick me a message with the details and the amount and stuff like that, and I'm more than happy to do that. I just don't want to see people get shortchanged. Oh shit. Alright, no worries. Yeah, just keep me posted, dude. Whoa, this is the worst part of this build. There probably are like master crafting guides and stuff like that. Sort of goes outside of what I'm good at doing, so I'm good at acquiring the fossils. Yeah, we sort of need Frostblink, don't we? Okay.
May fear guide. What do you need now? You will be remembered.
Okay.
See ya.
Now we get double totems.
What? They all.
Our hopes are with you.
Yeah, man. It's pretty good. That was 4 link already, wasn't it? I wasn't meant to do that. That's what I was meant to do. No. That's why I can't wait for the new league stuff, because we're not going to have to do that crap anymore. Alright. Because it's totems, you can it applies per totem, so it does like a huge AoE hit or whatever and just blows everything up. It's just really effective. Is it not like casting 2 totems? Well, that's annoying. Oh yeah? Good stuff. Yeah, which is sort of how this is working right now. Yeah, I'm mapping this as I go. So we need another... We need clarity. We'll get that when we get to the next zone. I still think decoy totems are going to be better. They're just better earlier on, until you sort of get your gear sorted out. And they do more damage. Hey, Kojiro, how's it going, dude?
My return marks judgment for those of hollow faith.
Yeah, man. Should work fine. Alright, so... Everyone always complains about me not doing this in one tree, but it's tedious. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, it'll pretty much be the go. It's pretty much the go-to for this one. Oh, gotta use the actual decoy totems. We can actually run Searing Bond already. As far as our cast when damage taken setup goes, so we're going to want to do that. Okay, so now we want to go down here.
No place
Okay.
in God's land.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why Searing Bond makes it a lot easier. See a reward. Probably want that.
For freedom.
Not that good. Yeah, we're better off keeping what we got. Alright, so let's go get cast when damage taken. Stack up mana recovery. Pretty easy with this setup. Or we just add life tap into the setup somehow. Or we run, I don't know. We'll figure it out. There'll be a way. It'll just be managing, it'll just be managing the, whatchamacallit, mana at the end of the day. Actually, we probably want...
Yes.
Yes. Good luck.
Level 2. Multiple totems. Or automation. Thanks for the sub, man.
Hail, Godslayer.
Not triggering anything. Oh. Actually, that would be if we had... We do need that, though. What else can we run on there? Well, we just put multiple totems. Bugger it. Alright. And we also need clarity in the build.
Hail, Godslayer.
Okay. Flesh. Sand stance as well. Right. We need Frostblink. Okay.
Unlike these. Now, where was I?
We're gonna run it all now.
Must have time to gather.
Okay.
Humanity's science may aid in uncovering the truth of this world. God does have a sense of...
I don't know, man. You'd have to have a look and see what the benchmarking is for that. I'm going to say yes, because I think you can run most things, but there's also, like, the notion that, like, how would you scale it? And bow builds generally are much more expensive to scale in PoE 1. You'd have to have a look. There probably is someone who did get it working last league. I don't think they buffed anything to a blast rain, though. But the quality stat on items now for the 10% is probably going to enhance it earlier on if you can get it.
You should have kept your eyes on God.
This is reasonably strong. Should work. EA ballista totems though. I wouldn't say like bow builds themselves. Like evasion builds are bad in Delve generally because of flicker spiders. You can't get away from them. Think about it once. Yeah. Okay.
For freedom.
I totally slipped my mind thinking about flask setups in PoE. I've been playing so much PoE 2 that it's just like, okay.
This is neither the time.
Freedom comes to the...
Yeah.
I must have time to gather my blood. To damnation with you!
Don't want to level up Searing Bond anymore because, well, actually I do. I just need to get cast and damage taken leveled. Oh, regen. 85. Okay. Thanks for the sub, man. Yeah, EA ballista totems will be fine. They'll struggle as you go down further though, as you get sort of mobbed. So you got to be a pretty tanky setup to be able to run them. Wouldn't mind getting flamethrower traps to work as well. There's another one on my list. Oh, shit. Okay, game doesn't like that boss. Come on, no more lag spiking. Thanks for subbing.
Must have time to gather. The hour of judgment draws near.
So we want that. Yeah, we're doing pretty well on the west side of things. Defensively, this setup's good damage and overall good defense. I think we'll hold that back a little bit until we can catch it up with got some damage taken.
The world must be cleansed of impurity.
And so it will.
Kurgle in Delve, not at the moment, but I think it might be moving forwards.
I must have time to gather.
I am the Emperor.
I think they will be because the additional charge stuff will be probably worth a lot more. Like they're usually worth a reasonable sum, but they're probably going to be far more valuable.
When God has lost his way, the devout must set him back on the path.
You want to hit the totems, you clownhead? Jesus. That wasn't good for your health, buddy.
Innocence. You and only you.
I am sin.
What in damnation have you...
We're not really struggling at all. This is pretty good. As far as league starters go, this will be solid.
I must have time to gather my will.
Yeah, most builds can. The misconception is that you have to have like a really special build to get to like 200 to 350. Not really. You probably need about 100k HP to do it comfortably, but most builds, if they've got enough damage, they can do it. Some builds are better than others. Like this is good because everything attacks non-stop and you're in a confined space, so this excels. But it's not required. I'll do a video talking about builds in the next day or so for Delve specifically. Ossuary.
I shall cleanse this place of hallowed legacy. I continued to serve as God's instrument.
You deserve recognition. Once Kitava, remember, we do this for freedom.
Where Klani's don't ever give up.
There is always hope. There is always redemption, even when all looks lost. Come forth, ravenous one! Face the wrath of God!
That's gonna hurt him. Or not.
I must have time to gather.
Next weekend, dude. 7 days. A little bit weak on this. These sorts of bosses hurt until we get more damage, and we will. Bastard. Let's go get him there.
Must have time to gather.
E. Bit rough on the boss, but we'll fix all this. Been pretty good for every other boss so far, so it's just because of the weird, awkward positioning this one is. There we go.
The flame of hope
Not
may
even
flicker,
gonna
but it
do
cannot
anything to
be
him.
extinguished.
Alright, Act 6.
Has my faith truly been a lie? My god, an imposter, too weak to defeat the...
Remember.
Alright guys, I'm gonna take a break for a bit. Arcanon, let me know how you go, man. I dropped you a DM in Twitch chat as well, dude. So any issues, I'll help sort it out for you. Anyway, I'll see you guys.